Hi everyone, this is Tamara from the Sullivan County Trehab Workforce Office. Last week we talked about beginning financial problem solving, and today I want to talk about budgeting. Last week we talked about the importance of tracking your expenses for 30, even maybe 60 days, depending on your spending habits. And today I want to explain what you would do with all that data that you collect for 30 or 60 days of what your finances, where all your money is going. So, okay, I think I'm ready. I had done this a few times today, but have had, I was trying to, like I said, get that YouTube video in. So now I'm going to share this budgeting resources that I have found to be very helpful in my own financial journey. So first of all, I was able to pick up most of my resources at, or all of my resources at Dollar General, and I had spent a total of $4. I found this great home finance and bill organizer. It does have tracking columns for bills at the bottom of each month. I started using it, I've kind of gotten away from it, but I still love it for the pockets and the size and how I can keep my bills organized if something comes in advance. Like right there is my tax notice that's due in April, but it came in February. So I can put that in months advance and be organized. And then I found this great budget notebook. This notebook got so much hype at the beginning of the new year on some of the financial groups I'm on Facebook. That's why I put UPC and some of the details. Like I said, it came from Dollar General for $1. Yes, mine does say girls just want to have funds, but there was many unisex options. I hope that both of these resources are still available at some local Dollar Generals if you try to look. But they were around the area of agendas and planners, so they may just be a seasonal item. But have no fear, I'm just showing you what they include, because you should be able to find print-offs or develop your own system from having even a calendar and so forth without spending a lot of money. Inside the budget notebook, it does have a calendar where you can put down what bills are coming up for the month. The monthly budget, I wasn't even able to fill it out, embarrassingly enough. The first month that I had this, I had to track my expenses and then go back and start developing the budget. And then it does have this spending where you can use that maybe for some of your sinking funds, or like I use it, I do go back after I've categorized all of my expenses and want to see where my money went. And then it has a spending summary, which I use as a tracker. I put in all of my fixed bills first, and then I start, recording receipts as they come in. I sometimes have ran out of lines, and then I just made some photo copies of this and have used those just stuck in. And I just love the size because it does fit right inside the home finance and bill organizer. And that does have an elastic band, so it keeps everything close and organized. And then my weekly budget. You'll love it. No spreadsheets, no frills, but it's working great for me. You'll see in the next screen that for the week of May 1st, I know my mortgage, car insurance, homeowners insurance, and Dish Network bills are going to come out as fixed expenses. And then I would deduct that from the deposits that I'm getting at the top for the amount left over. And then variable expenses that week that I'm expecting are gas and groceries. So whatever you would be going to allocate and put in your cash envelope for gas and groceries would be deducted from the total above under fixed. And then in your savings, they could be your sinking funds like Christmas, or you want to get that $1,000 emergency savings built up. So you would allocate some funds into savings. And then with what money is left over, you can throw that towards your debt snowball, which we could talk, more about how to tackle debt. But there's many great resources out there about that. And all of this should total down to your checking account buffer. And you may be wondering, what is a checking account buffer? That is the total that you're comfortable having in your checking account. For some, it may be $50, some $100, some $500, but it should total down to that amount that you don't want your checking account to go below. And then on the left, you'll see on the top of the sheets that I stapled together. And let me tell you the little backstory on how I came up with this size and it fits in this home finance organizer. I was staying at a hotel in January and working on my budget, and grabbed the pad that hotels always have by the phone and started jotting it down, and was like, I just love this size. So now I'm even cutting my own sheets that are that size, and then I staple them together as the weeks go on. But so on the top, I do run my bank account balances, like after the mortgage payment. If the check is row, I record that up there, like my check register. And it's, like I said, just so simple and no frills, but it's really working for me to use that home finance organizer and the little booklet, and then this homemade notepad works great for my budget. Some of you, your OCD may be screaming right now, looking at this like, wow, what a mess. This could be so much better on Excel, and it could be. But like I said, I like the pen and paper method. But if Excel and that, or Google Sheets is your forte, feel free to make this into a spreadsheet for yourself. And then we also, this expense tracking, it doesn't need to be the frills of even a book. It can be just a sheet of paper with date, transaction method, where it was spent, amount, and category. I just wanted to show that because, this can be totally pencil and paper. And some great resources if your fire's lit and you would like to start this financial journey, the Dave Ramsey website. He is offering his Financial Peace University for 14 days free during this quarantine. I do believe you have to add in a credit or debit card to access it, so just make sure you're very diligent on canceling before the 14 days is up. And then Dave's book, The Total Money Makeover, is a great resource. Dave, it can be bought at the library or on Audible or used book online bookstore, Thrift Books. I wouldn't recommend paying full price for it because there are a lot of copies out there. And then The Budget Mom, I referenced her great YouTube video at the beginning. I think it's funny, after playing with this Zoom a couple times, I think there is a button on that I wasn't clicking, that I just saw as I started fumbling around getting this PowerPoint up to get her YouTube video on. But this working from home has its challenges, and all this technology has its learning curves. I'm right there with you. And then our career services. If you have found yourself unemployed or laid off, or in a situation where you are looking to job seek or enroll in a WIOA program that we have been talking about on our workshops, reach out to your local Trehab office. We are still working remotely and would love to help by email or over the phone in any way that we can. Thank you and have a great day.